YouTube, what's going on? Favorite Misfit FM, checking back in. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I know it's been a long time since you've seen my face on a YouTube video. Now, you're probably wondering the why, and there's been a lot of updates in my life. In a nutshell, back in the summer, I had to make the tough call to leave my job of 4 years. Usually, people are more sad about situations. For me, I kind of predicted the things that were going to happen, happened. And I kind of peaked at the last week of June where I was probably the most pissed I've ever been. But I learned a lot about myself, took the summer to kind of reevaluate what I want to do work-wise and all that such. So that also meant to take a break off of content heavy on YouTube and sometimes on Instagram as well. But we're back. We have an idea what we want to do with our life and we're pushing forward. So with that being said, let's hop into what you were here for. Let's talk about Boruto chapter 16 of Blue Vortex, where we got a lot of stuff that I have questions on, but I want to hear your takes on. So let's kind of get into it. And also, before I get ahead of myself, let's also give my overall ratings. My overall ratings for this chapter, I believe I put it on Misfit Sasuke. If you've seen the post right up here, this is the post I made for our chapter review, as you always know. If you want to check out the chapter review, go check it out on Misfit Sasuke. Link in the description for the Instagram page. Now, my overall rating, I believe on Misfit Sasuke, I gave it a 7.5. If not, I'll probably put some text somewhere around here to be like, no, this is the actual rating. But if not, it's 7.5 out of 10. This chapter to me was more of just like, hey, this is good information, good interlude into what's going to happen soon. And obviously how the chapter ended, kind of prelude to an upcoming fight. We're going to see some characters that we haven't seen much from yet. Overall, the chapter didn't feel like it was something that was going to be very heavy. In a way, I want to say filler, but it's not really filler. But it felt like filler because we just got more information, more just clarity on some things. So we'll start with Boruto. Boruto, essentially, we got to learn a little bit more about his flying Raijin jutsu. We all thought it was just another version of what we've seen from Minato and Tobirama. No, it's not. Here's the thing. Let's clean it up. Now, what Boruto's doing is essentially his version of the Utsuzuki clan teleportation jutsu, but he's just naming it after his grandfather. He's using the same idea, just a little difference in terms of how exactly he's teleporting. Because they kind of explain it in a way of like how Boruto needs to really concentrate and focus up on a lot of his teleports because he needs time. It's not as easy because it's not as Minato's method because he's not really that savvy with it yet. Boruto would learn how to master this in about 6 years time. The time skip is only about 2-3 years. So for Boruto to master this, thanks to Kaijin's help, was a massive plus for him so that he can use this technique and start to kind of build off it so that this becomes kind of more so his opportunity to start to grow more with the technique. Is there anything specific about it or special about it that makes it different from Minato's version? Well, for one, the accessories that Boruto wears around his clothing or carries around with him, he just embeds his chakra in it. Minato and Tobirama use seals and they embedded that onto maybe like shurikens or kunais, other cool things as well. There's differences there. Also, Boruto would master this technique 6 years from now. Since it's not obviously 6 years from now, he has certain times where he needs a moment to think and focus on that specific thing. So it's all really a different technique, but in a new way. Personally, for me, I love seeing this technique. I think obviously anyone who's hating on seeing Flying Raijin back in Boruto or the Naruto verse, you're a moron. Like, Flying Raijin is cool. And Boruto creating his own variation of it with the Utsuzuki clan element to it, I like it. Boruto obviously doesn't like to use a lot of the Utsuzuki clan powers because one, he fears that if he does use it oftenly, he'll kind of lose his own ninja way. And two, I think it's also because of the whole Mumble Shiki. If he control the body, it'll be a no-no. So it's a kind of double-edged sword when you really think about it in that way. Now, in my opinion, does this really change the dynamic of how Boruto fights and all this fun jazz? It does. It makes him even more OP because of, dude, Flying Raijin. You saw what Minato and Tobirama was doing on it. They were on Demon Time. Boruto could be on that too. I mean, he's pretty much already on it, but it's like more cooler though. Either way, that was a cool way to start the chapter, and I just wanted to highlight that because I mean, Flying Raijin, love seeing it back. Can't wait to see the anime when it comes back and seeing that, how it animates, how it looks when he teleports. Just saying, I have some cool things I like to look out for. Next up on the docket, let's talk about that little moment that we saw with Sumire, Sarada, and Ada. Now, Ada, Class A instigator, love it. She loved the drama. I mean, a little cuckoo, but hey, she loved the drama. Now, Sumire and Sarada, let me talk to y'all two specifically, because I love both of y'all's characters, and I'm trying to understand. And again, I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm right here, or I'm in the right person, whatever I'm saying. This is just my opinion. But I'm a little confused and like conflicted on how do I approach this conversation. The reason why is because I get what Summary's coming from, and in the first half, specifically when she's talking about why Boruto keeps the secrets and all that stuff. Like, he's doing it for a reason. We all know this because obviously as readers, we're seeing this. For those two, they're not really seen as often, or like they have very little information on it. Now, with Sarada and Sumire, I get that they're teenagers. Teenagers are gonna have some crash out moments, like any other teenager would. And Sumire kind of going, like, she started off good. And then immediately was like, all right, let me hit you with this love triangle cheese and hit you with, you know, like Boruto too, right? And like, we all know that the ship options here for Boruto is either Sadara or Sumire. I think a lot of people was really feeling Sadara after that hug scene. I forget what chapter that was. Either way, does Sumire have a point? Yes. Now, was this the moment for her to point to come out? Yes and no. Yes, because, I mean, it's a moment where you got the girl right in front of you. Your emotions will get the best of you, which it did. And she acknowledged at the end of the chapter how, like, why did I do that? Such an idiot. But it's like, it happens, dude. You're young, you're dumb, you're gonna have your moment. Now, the no part comes into it because obviously what's happening right now in the village with Boruto, with the Sunjin clones, like, it's not a good moment to bring up all this lovey-dovey love triangle drama stuff, but it's good as a way to spice up what's happening in the manga. But the community-wise, from what I was reading, a lot of people did not feel like that was needed, and they kind of felt like, okay, you're gonna dogging on Sadara, that's not cool, which I get that. But I don't know how to properly end this take. I just think that, I mean, the best way I tried to explain it was on Mr. Sasuke in the chapter review, so check it out. That's kind of how I tried to explain it, but I didn't have a good way to explain this one. Even in the YouTube video, I don't. Trust me, I'm on take number 10 for context, so you guys know how hard it is for me to kind of give you an honest opinion on this. This is just teenage drama. It happens. We move on. Does it affect both characters' development? Who knows, man? I don't know. At the end of the day, I don't think this was needed, but sure, man. Sure. Last thing I'll talk about, because the end of the chapter was just with Ryu and Mitsuri kind of finding what it looks like one of the toads that Kaijin uses to communicate with Boruto in the sand. We don't know if that's a trap. We don't know what is all that about, but I don't think you just find that toad that easily. I'm pretty sure this might be low-key a trap planted out by Kaijin and Boruto to get those two out of the equation with the help of the rest of Team 7 in the Sand Shinobi. But I want to highlight the Jura a little bit because I made a post on Mr. Sasuke. I talked about this connection I saw with Jura with the information that Kaijin gave to Shuramaru. Now, in that information, for some refresher, Kaijin basically said, like, hey, Shuramaru, I know you're the Hokage. You like that. I respect it. But here's, bro, do not piss off Jura. If you piss off Jura, or you make him just angry anyway that he wants to just kill us, it's a wrap. We ain't winning. No one took him. And I mean no one. Because, obviously in Boruto with the whole foreshadowing his death, in every reality where they kind of try to stop Jura, Boruto dies. And we don't know if Kapi also dies in that case, but essentially anyone that fights Jura right now would pretty much lose. Which is fair considering even though we saw a small portion of what Jura can do, he can still cook people like that. So, it's fair. Now, the reason why I want to bring up Jura is more so like, if obviously for those who are fans of the Dragon Ball Z franchise and you specifically watched the Majin Buu saga, it kind of gave me vibes off of Super Buu and how they treated Super Buu when he basically was like, hey, I want to fight the strongest fighter. You don't have one? You need me to give me time? Okay. So in the series, for those who don't know, Super Buu had like this little sand clock, and I'll put a little image right here of it. And basically what it was, he said like, hey, you got till this thing runs out for your greatest warrior to show himself, which in that case was Gotenks after the fusion of Goten and Trunks. Now, what's significant and relatable about both moments is because both guys were on Demon Time, and none of the heroes of those respective animes could beat them at the time. The only person that could probably hang with them is Boruto, but Boruto even acknowledges that, hey, I can't kill the guy, but I can hang with him. Either way, I like that comparison, at least to me. I don't know how you guys feel about that. Let me know in the comments. I think that's a really cool comparison. Also, just shows how much of a problem Jura is, because the fact that, and I said this in my post, if bad customer service led to Jura ending the world, like, that is just so funny to me. But I don't think that's gonna happen. I think he's gonna have one of those little scenes where he walks into that bookstore. They'll tease like him getting back customer service. They'll be like, "No, you're good. You're good. You wanna read a book more? You want to be a historian?" In a funny way, it would be interesting to see if Jura becomes one of like if they took the Kushimoto route with villains with Jura, which what I mean by that is essentially they would make Jura, paint him out as a villain, then give him this kind of backstory that gives you like, oh wait, actually I kind of like this guy. I can't really see him as a villain, and then you slowly start to change your perception of him. But I doubt that. I really doubt that. They might tease that and then trigger one, boom, kill somebody out of nowhere, like hurt someone we care about deeply out of nowhere. It'll be a cool little tease into further chaos and sadness in the Boruto anime, or manga at this point, because the anime is not gonna be back until 2026, according to some insiders with some knowledge they've been spreading on the Twitter, formerly known as it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Obviously, like I said, the plan is to at least once a week have a YouTube video up for you guys' enjoyment. Whatever it is, just whatever comes to my mind. So thank you guys again for watching my YouTube video. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Happy Thanksgiving weekend to anyone who's celebrating and enjoying it. Have a safe weekend once again. Take care. I'll see you guys next weekend. In the next one, Mr. Sasuke, aka Mr. FM. Check it out. Peace, guys. Bye-bye.